I noticed something very, very important, which I'm actually here to talk to you guys about. Now, if you look at the pound sterling here, if you look at these levels, now I've taught you here that the market moves from one level to the next level, from one key level to the next key level. I've taught you here on this channel. Yeah, if you haven't seen the videos, you can actually check back on my old videos. I actually spoke about these things. Now, knowing that the market moves from one key level to the next level, this all will also help you understand how to draw these levels properly. I believe, and I confidently speak, that one of the reasons as to why people actually had a losing trade here or blew their accounts was because they didn't draw the levels properly. Now, it is not about what's happening currently. It's about what has happened in the past. Okay, that's how you draw your levels. Your key levels must capture what has happened in the past, because where the levels reversed at, or where the market reversed at in the past, it most likely cause a threat to your future trades or your current trades. So you must always take into account where the market had paused or reversed at in the past. Do you understand? Now, looking at this carefully, you know for a surety that although we had a double top, this failed to materialize because the neckline was not broken according to the levels in the market. Do you understand? Now, scaling down to the daily time frame like so, you can see this. So this is a daily time frame, okay? Obviously, it looks like the chart pattern was validated. I mean, we had a breakout. However, it wasn't sustained. Now, it's one thing for you to have a breakout. It's a different thing entirely to have a sustained breakout. These are two different things entirely. And judging by the length of the chart pattern, and I've taught you here before that how you know the potential amount of people that the market will most likely rally or dip into is by measuring the length of the chart pattern. Now, if you look at this chart pattern here, measure from the very tippy top all the way to the bottom like so, you can clearly tell that this market ought to break out into this level, at least to the tune of this probably 500 pips thereabouts. Now, the market broke out and they gave you this kind of pullback. This is not good enough. This is simply not good enough. Like, I'm teaching you how to judge quality trades now. This is simply not enough. Compared to the squeeze we had here, compared to how many months we've been in this range since the month of April, May, June, July, August, September, October, November. This is December. So this kind of breakout simply is not enough. This pullback is simply not enough. So this is how you judge pairs that are actually ready, quality trades. We have A setups, we have B setups, we have C setups, we have no setups. Do you understand? Now, looking at this carefully, I've taught you here again on this channel that if the market fails to complete a breakout, that is to say, if it breaks out and then fails to sustain and then pulls back in, this is a false breakout. And what happens after a false breakout is an exponential move in the opposite direction. In this case, the market is most likely going to rally higher from here because this is a false break. Do you understand? So this was more or less a liquidity grab, because we had lots of people trying to buy here, sell here. So you got stopped out trying to buy, you got stopped out trying to sell. So you had a lot of liquidity sweep here, and then the market now decided to go in the direction that they actually wanted to go initially. And if you've studied how to draw your key levels properly, and you've paid attention to this channel week in, week out, by now you ought to understand that this kind of pullback is simply not enough for this magnitude of range. This size of chart pattern, this pullback is not enough. Do you understand? Now, that is by the way. Now, looking at this right now, judging from, so this is a high, this is a low, lower high, lower low, lower high, lower low. Now, we do have a trend, no doubt. However, something profound happened here. I actually broke out of the downtrend. Okay? By the time you try to connect the dots, this is a high, this is a low, lower high, lower low. We have actually broken out of this trend. And not only did we break out, we actually broke out and then put in, before we actually broke out, we actually put in a divergence here. Okay, so this is a higher low from here. This is a higher low from this other low from here, like so. Now, you need to understand that this is not just, I don't come on here to talk to you guys about the next trade. No, I come here to teach you guys what you need to understand about the market, because I don't enjoy spoon feeding you. I enjoy seeing you grow. This is how you grow. If something happens in the market, you must know the reason as to why that happened. That's mastery. If you're able to command a certain kind of result over and over again, that is proof of mastery. Do you understand? So now this is a higher low from here, like so. Clearly, this is a divergence. this is a divergence, okay? And one of the characteristics of an option is that it must give you a series of higher highs and higher lows. And if you look left, you may have noticed that one of the things that have been consistent with the pound sterling is that it kept giving us a higher low. After every pullback is a higher low. After every impulsive move is a higher low. Higher lows everywhere. Higher lows everywhere. So, in general, the overview for the pound sterling has always been bullish. Okay. Now, not only have we actually created a bullish scenario here, we've actually gone ahead to create a demand level. Now, this demand level will help us know where to actually execute this trade. Now, if you adjust this level properly, push it all the way here to capture this guy, okay, so that you can capture this guy, because when you're drawing your levels, it must be at the candle close. It must be at the candle close. Your trend lines should be on the wick of the candles. Your levels, that's key levels, should be on the candle close, like so. You can see this here. So now already this tells you that this is a demand level that has been created here, because if you look closely, the kind of candlestick that was formed, this was a daily bullish engulfing candle, engulfed 1, 2, 3, 4. So engulfed 4 days of trading activity, engulfed in a single day. Okay, so now what you should be looking out for is very simple. By now you ought to know a pullback into this 1.3200 area, like so, and then we go higher from here. Do you understand? So this is simply what I think about the pound sterling. Yeah. Now, if you have any other opinion, you can let me know in the comments. But this is what I think about the pound sterling. I believe that in the next couple of weeks we'll be seeing the pound sterling rally higher. Okay. Now this is December. Obviously, by the time you start pushing closer and closer, edging closer towards the 25th of December, Christmas, now the volatility starts to thin out. Yeah, but I expect this market to drop to 1.3200, like so. Once it comes on here, we are going higher from here. All right, so now once this is validated, the first target for the pound sterling longs, that is if you're buying this guy, because I assume after this you want to buy the pound sterling, should be 1.35291, and then subsequently we should see this guy rally all the way to 1.37393. all right, so that's just that about the pound sterling. So please always try to find out the reason as to why the market moves in a certain way. That is how you learn. Because if you're able to repeat a particular result, that is mastery for you. You get me? So now, if you found value so far, I urge you to go ahead and subscribe to the channel and turn on the bell icon as you do so. Now, the next pair on our list will be the euro dollar. Euro dollar also has a very, very similar setup. Yeah. Now, again, similar higher highs and higher lows, like so. And if you look at the weekly time frame, that is exactly what's happening. We had a fake out again, double top here, but it fails to sustain. It wasn't sustained. Okay, it wasn't sustained. Always look out for a sustained breakout, not just a breakout. It must be sustained. That is to say, if the market breaks out, it must continue. If this guy had continued to this low here and then decided to pull back, it would have been a lot better. He just came on here and then reversed back. So this, in this case, is not even a very, very good look. It doesn't look enticing. It looks nasty to me. All right, but that's by the way. Now the euro dollar here has another opportunity for us. So now once you connect the dot, exact same pattern of the pound sterling here. Draw out this guy nicely like so. You can see that we have a high, low, lower high, lower low, lower high, breakout here, retest, continuation, and that breakout, there was a divergence, again bullish divergence. And then after the breakout here, we actually broke back into the range, and then we created a fresh demand level, which is this 1.15800. So long story short, for the euro dollar, what we need to see is a pullback into this yellow bar, like so. Once that pullback is completed, guys, we are actually seeing this guy rally all the way up to 1.18046. That is a prime target for the euro dollar, moving into next year. So I believe that this will materialize before the year ends. That is to say, we will actually have the pullback, and then we will already be in the trade. All right, so we might actually close the year with these trades and then allow the market to do whatever it wants to do. All right, but for now, a pullback is mandatory. Once you get guys, no pullback, no trades. Do you understand? No pullback. It must be a disciplined trader. Learn to discipline yourself. No pullbacks, no trades. The market has to pull back into 1.15860, like so. Once it does that, and then gives us a confirmation, because this is already a Fibonacci play. Okay, this is already a Fib play. Now, by the way, the mentorship programs are literally linked in the pinned comment, like so. This will help you a lot, especially this period. It will help you a lot. Okay, now this is the base like so. So we need to see market pull back into this yellow bar like so. Once you see a very beautiful, let me just get preferably. Once you see a very beautiful pullback like so, we're actually good to go. You get me? So let's see what other pair we got here. So let's see from 1.1580 to 1.180, we have roughly 200 pips. Got roughly 220 pips if I'm not mistaken. Roughly 200 pips thereabouts here. So from 1.15800 all the way to 1.1846, 1.18046, we have roughly 220 pips, if I did my math correctly. Yeah. So that's just that about the euro. So you see the pound sterling and the euro to the upside. Yeah. So let's see what the dollar card is saying. So dollar card also has a very, very beautiful scenario cooking for us. But I think for us to better understand dollar card, let us talk about the DXY. So that would actually give us a better understanding of what the dollar card is doing. So now if you look at the weekly time frame for the DXY, looking at this guy like so, you can clearly see what's happening here. Okay, you can clearly see what's happening here. The market created a supply level in a downtrend. Now, anytime we see a supply level in a downtrend, that is how do I put this now? So that is a continuation pattern for the downtrend. Okay, a continuation pattern for the downtrend, because the market will most likely pull back into that supply level and then continue lower. Now, in this case, that's what's happening right here. Like so, we had a very steep downtrend, and then we came on here and then created some sort of a sideways movement. Yeah, and this is the inverse of the euro dollar. Now, you can clearly see that we've actually tried to break. We've actually tried, so let me see. I think there's an ascending trend line somewhere. We've tried so hard to break above here. It's just not happening. Yeah. Now let's scale. Let me check something real quick. Let's see something. Let's see something. Okay, so this is looking okay. All right. So we have conflicting signals on the DXY like so, but nonetheless we'll trade what we see. That is the honest truth. One of the things to understand is that you have to trade what you see in the market. Okay, you have to trade what you see in the markets. Yeah. So again, we have a supply level here at this point like so. Now if you look at this closely, scale down to the daily time frame, it will be a lot clearer there. So you see this closely here. We have a supply level here that has held 1, 2, 3 times, and at the third time we created a chart pattern which happens to be a double top. Now if you look closely here, this was a low, a high, high, low, higher, high, high, low, higher, high. Equal highs here is a double top. Neckline has been broken, so this is clearly headed to the downside. Now if you draw your trend lines like so, you can clearly see here that this uptrend was pretty much invalidated at this point here. Breakout, retest, continuation. Not only did we retest it, we retested with the daily engulfing candlestick pattern like so. So this is headed down. Do you understand? So this clearly gives you a sense of direction that you know for sure that for the next couple of weeks that you could be seeing the DXY collapse at least all the way back down to 96.6334 like so. Now before this happens, now we have to see a pullback. Okay, because on its way down, it actually created a supply level on the lower time frame. So you see how we have walked away from the weekly time frame to daily time frame to the 4-hour time frame now. Because on its way down, it created what we call a supply level at this point here, like so, and the market will most likely pull back into that level before it actually continues lower. Now that level is somewhere around here. This is where that level is. Okay, so this is where you have your supply level. So what that means is that for next week or for next couple of weeks, allow the market pull back into this. Watch out for this, okay? And then potential dip to the downside, like so. Okay, so that's just what I think is gonna happen on the dollar card. Now, if you found value in this video so far, I urge you to go ahead and subscribe to the channel and turn the bell icon as you do so. Yeah. So, but I believe that with this, you already know what to do with your pound sterling and the euro dollar and the rest of the other AED USD as well. Now, talking about AED USD, this is exactly how things look. We've actually broken to the upside and then created a base here at 0.65407. So what we need to see is a pullback into that base like so. Once you see a decent pullback to 0.65407, we have room to the upside. We have space to the upside. You guys know me, I like space, yeah. So this is just it. Yeah, it's a beautiful trade, end up nicely. So all these pairs just need to pull back to their respective levels, and we are good to go. Okay. Now USJPY also has some more room to the downside before actually rally to the upside. Now back to the dollar card. Now, if you look at the dollar card here, it also has a similar structure to the DXY. Okay. Now these pairs are positively correlated. Now this is a weekly engulfing pattern like so. Now if you look at this level closely, we've actually broken out of this downward, this upward trend and like so. So everything seems to be pointing downwards for this guy as far as the technical analysis is concerned. Okay. Now scaling down to the daily time frame, you can clearly see what this looks like here on the daily time frame. This is what's given. Yeah. So now this was that supply level that actually sends this guy collapsing all the way down. So a very simple trick to do is look left. Again, look left. Once you see what's happening on the left hand side of things, this is it here. So what you simply need to see is a pullback into this level that's so 1.39656. Once that pullback is completed, okay, completed, this will most likely send the dollar card down. So my first level target for dollar card is at 1.3576, 1.35718. Yeah, so that's my first level target, and then after this is hit, I'll be back here again to let you know exactly what I'm looking at for the next quarter. For the indices, we have the S&P 500 rallying to the upside, almost at equal highs. We have Nasdaq to the upside, we have US 30 to the upside. And one of the things that you must also take into consideration is that the indices always do very, very, very well around December. The stock market seems to always perform well at during December. And then also I know that the S&P has been quite linear for a while, but honestly speaking, I believe that if we do breach this level here, all road leads to 7,800 basis points for the S&P. You've seen me color S&P from 4,000 all the way to 5,700, all the way to 6,800. And I'm saying this again, in the event, hear me, if in the event that we do actually clear out these 6,930 basis points, we are definitely going all the way to 7,760 basis points for the S&P 500. I have no iota of that whatsoever. If this level gets broken, if it gets breached, it is a free rise. All right, it is a free rise. All right. So what you simply need to see or hope for or look out for is very simple. Yeah. Now, once you clear this base here, I love market rally. Let it go. Okay, let it go. Let it pull back nicely to this base here. Once it is stabilized here, it is definitely going higher from here. Okay, that's just about that. And I believe I've covered every single pair of your choice. I'll be back here again to let you know when the market is ready. For now, trade safe, and let's see on the other screen. All right, traders, there you have it. Once again, my name is Desmond Samuel, and one thing I will tell you to do is come back and watch this video again. Okay, come back and watch this video again. Learn to get yourself acquainted to the pattern and systems and the way I trade. Okay, come and see the idea behind the setups, behind the things I call out, behind the choices I make on the market. That will help you grow better. Do you understand? If you know the reason as to why I call out a pair, that will enable you grow better, because by the time you see that same pattern from again, you can know the reason behind your decision that you most likely make in the market. You get me? So that being said, guys, once again, my name is Desmond Samuel, and I'll catch you guys in my Telegram community. The link is in the pin comment like so. It's free of charge, and the link to the course is actually there as well. Come and check things out for yourself as well, and I'll see you guys in my next video. For now, trade safe, apply proper risk management, and I'll see you guys next time. Peace out.